This is Cheyenne Valentine back today again, a new episode. In today's episode, I have a question to women that dislike or hate kept women. Again, I have a question to women that claim to hate or despise kept women. Now, my question is, are you mad because you're not a kept woman? Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because, so I like to look at psychic readings on YouTube. You all might not be into that. I understand if you're not, but I am. And it was a black lady. She happened to be born in Africa. She has a thick accent. I think she's pretty. And she did a psychic reading about Kim Porter. You know, Kim Porter is one of Puff Daddy's or P. Diddy's baby mamas, and I don't mean to say it like baby mother like that, but look, they were not married, and she did have a couple kids by him. But anywho, you know, she died not too long ago. So the lady did a psychic reading, an update on it, and she was saying how she did not like him or kept women like her. She hates them, or I don't know if she used the word hate because that's a strong word, but she said she really did not like kept women like Kim Porter. And she did not elaborate, and I really wanted her to elaborate as to why she don't like them. Now, this woman who did the psychic reading, do I think she's as pretty as Kim Porter was? They have two different looks. Like, Kim was, I think, tall and rather thin. This woman looks like she's shorter, and she's not overweight or anything. She's shorter, maybe medium built. Their face doesn't look anything alike. So my thing about it is, I'm not saying my thing is, I think some of these women who say they hate a kept woman, I feel like this is just my opinion, I could be wrong, I think they're jealous of them. Because and why do I feel this way? I feel this way because most women who say they hate kept women, they usually are not a kept woman themselves, and they have had to work all their life, which most women have had to work, okay, and is currently working now. And so I think it's jealousy. I think it's pure jealousy. There was another lady who did a psychic reading. She talked about how she was talking about some celebrity woman, and she said she didn't have respect for women who, okay, this is what she said. She said she wanted to hear about a woman's struggle to get to where she's at. Like, she wanted to hear about all the stuff she went through to become successful, and she wanted to hear the struggle. And now, look, I understand in the one aspect, it might be inspirational to hear someone talk about they were at the bottom and now they're here and what they did to get to the top. But I probably need to go back and look at that video because I want to say verbatim what she said. I just can't remember verbatim. But to sum it up, to paraphrase, it's like she respected women who worked hard and struggled and got drugged through the mud to get to where they were at, opposed to women who had it easier. Let's just put it like that, to paraphrase. And my thing about it is, why? Is it because you had to struggle and get drugged through the mud to get to where you at? Let me tell you something. I grew up in a poor area, okay? And anything that I have or will be getting is because of my hard work, okay? And I do not put people on a pedestal that have had to struggle to get to where they're at. I can relate to them. I might listen to them and kind of take their advice because they kind of came from the same area I did in the same circumstance, and they worked their way up. So from that aspect, yes, I want to hear about it because it might can give me tips on being successful. However, I don't want to hear it because I want somebody to be in the same boat as me. I don't want to hear it because I like hearing a person go through pain and misery to get to where they're at. I have nothing against kept women. And only women that I hear that got a problem with, only women that I feel that have a problem, the only women that I feel that have a problem with kept women are women who are not kept women. My thing is, what is their issue with them? So because you think they had it easy because they were pretty, and therefore because they were pretty, they were able to get a rich guy to take care of them. Now let's evaluate this for a second. Yeah, in the world, society views certain phenotypes and certain looks as more attractive than others. That is true. However, with women, we can wear makeup, we can style our hair, we can put on a skirt, a dress, and we can fix up. We can wear jewelry and do all that to enhance our beauty. I have not met one woman, literally, in my 34 years on this earth that could not put on makeup, style her hair, put on a nice dress and some heels, some perfume, and act feminine with a pleasant attitude and not be able to get male attention from a man that had money. Now, of course, she has to have her body together as well. We got to talk about the body. Okay. So when she has all that together, she can get attention. Now, the issue with a lot of women, I feel, they want to get a man with money that looks the way they want him to. That's not going to happen. Okay. So if you're trying to look, most men who are really attractive don't have no money. That's just from what I have seen and from my experiences. Yeah, we got, of course there's some men, celebrities that are nice looking, Chris Brown, of course there's men out here who are really handsome and also got a lot of money. But those are the exceptions. I'm not talking about the exceptions to the rule. I'm talking about the majority. Most really handsome men, first of all, it ain't that many of them going around. I'm sorry. I don't know if you ladies run into really handsome men, but I don't. When I'm out and about, my 34 years on this planet, I rarely see these really handsome men that look like Tyson Beckford just walking around. I rarely see that, right? So it's already not that many of them going around. And the ones that are around, a lot of times they don't have no goddamn money. Like, look at Jeremy Meeks, the prison bae dude. Wasn't he a felon? He was in and out of jail. I think his wife that he dumped for the billionaire's daughter. His wife, I think she was a nurse. Don't quote me on that. I know his wife worked a decent job, and I guess he was living off of her, and he was in and out of jail doing petty crimes. And I think that's why he called him prison bae. I think he had a felony. I'm not quite sure, but anyway. So he's a prime example of women think just because a guy is handsome that he's gonna have money or something. Like, no. To me, the most handsome men usually have the least going on for themselves, because a lot of times when they're really handsome, there's women who would take care of them, let them stay with them, or women not put as high of a criteria on them. Because I have a friend, he's a decent looking guy. He doesn't have a vehicle, but yet this guy he has a new girlfriend like every 6 months, and most of the girlfriends he has had, well, some of them have a vehicle, some of them don't, but he usually go for younger women. But the woman he's with now, she has a house, a vehicle, a couple kids. He's always over there, and he keeps getting a shot. If a woman, no woman should date a guy, especially if he's of a certain age, that does not have a vehicle. That's unacceptable. But why is he able to get women? Because the woman just like how he looks, and he do have a cool personality. Overall, he's a good guy. Just need to get his stuff together financially. He got his priorities messed up. But my thing about it is, women give these men a shot and a chance over and over again when they're handsome. So a lot of these really handsome men don't have no money like that. See, women trying to find everything in one guy, and that's just not going to happen. Okay, it's not going to happen. And so a lot of women, to be a kept woman, they want to have a guy that's super handsome and have a lot of money and then keep them. That's a fairy tale you told yourself. You're going to be a kept woman. First of all, any woman is capable of being a kept woman, in my opinion. And being a kept woman to me also does not mean that you have to lay in a bed all day. That means, okay, you're taking care of the home. If you all have kids, you're a stay-at-home mom. You're taking care of the household. You're taking the kid to school, back and forth to school. You're taking them shopping. You're doing activities with them. You should be busy. You can also prepare your husband's lunch if you want to take it up to his job sometime. I mean, you gotta have dinner ready. It's still a lot of work. They think the woman just laying in bed all day. No, it's still a lot. It's working. Those are two different type of occupations. A stay-at-home mom is a different occupation than what the husband's doing, but they're both good at what they do. A woman can be good at being a mother, and being a mother is a full-time job. And so the women want to get kept by what I said. Like I said, women want to get, well, some women, I'm not going to say all, some women want to get kept by a really handsome man with a lot of money. And when they don't find that, they get upset because they had an unrealistic expectation. So back to these women, the women who have a problem with kept women, first of all, most of those women had a hard life like I did growing up poor, and had to bust their butt to make something out of themselves. Okay, so they're upset about that. So they like women who've been through the same struggle. As a compassionate person, the way that I am, I don't want to see anybody unhappy and struggle. I don't like hearing about how a woman had to struggle and was homeless and had to do all this, and then then she made it big, and she was attacked because she was homeless and men were trying to rape her, and she didn't go without food. She had to eat out the garbage can. I don't want to. That doesn't make me feel happy. Now, I didn't experience none of that, okay, but I'm just saying that still doesn't make me feel happy as a human being. Hearing another human being had to suffer just to have something that really we all should be able to have, a decent life, food, water, shelter, so I don't like hearing that. So when I hear a woman want to hear about the plight of another woman having to struggle to get to where she's at, I don't respect that. Now, if she says she wants to hear for inspiration, I get it, or she want to take tips because she had a similar experience, then I get that. But a lot of times these two women that I'm talking about, these psychic women, whatever they call, they weren't saying that they want to hear a woman struggle and how she made it big because they wanted to get tips because they've been through the same things, or because they were an inspiration. They were just saying that they really don't respect women who had it easy, and they don't respect kept women. Now, I'm finna flip it. These same women that claim they don't like kept women, I want to know if I want both of those women to describe their ideal guy physically and describe their ideal guy as far as his personality, how he treats her. So that probably would mean, they will go through the description of how he looks, and they would probably say they want him to be faithful, understanding, fun, an alpha male, but not a cheater, all this other stuff, right? Then I would like to present that guy to them. I will also present a guy that's all that they want in that way, and let's say he's a millionaire, and I will want to see their reaction if he approached them and said, I want to get to know you, and had them date. Let's say he dated them for a couple months, and he says, I'm in love with you, I want to marry you, I'm ready to get married, and I know you're the one. And by the way, you don't have to work, so you can just stay at home and raise the kids. I want to have a couple kids with you. I want you to be a stay-at-home mom, and anything that you want to pursue, outside of being a mother, if you want to go to school for something or do an online business, I will fund it. And just be at home with the kids, and I'll pay all the bills because I got the money. You ain't got to worry about that. And this man also is great in bed. He's her ideal guy physically. He's faithful. He's this fairy tale in their head. He's all these things they want him to be. He spends quality time with her. He's always taking her to fancy restaurants. They're always going out dancing. He's just everything she's ever hoped for in a guy. He's filthy rich. She doesn't have to work. If that kind of man approached those two psychic women, I want and said they didn't have to work anymore. I just told you the scenario, right? I want to see what they be saying. I want to see if they turn that down. I want to see them turn it down, because it's so easy to bash somebody for doing something that you wish you could do, but you feel you can't do. See, a lot of times with some women, they hate on other women because they feel they can't have her life. That's what it comes down to, because women, we're judged very harshly on how we look. Now, let me explain something to you ladies, okay? When I'm out, do I see really handsome and really beautiful people? No, I do not. However, when it comes to women, we are capable of looking attractive. If you style your hair, wear some makeup, put on some jewelry, keep your body in shape, wear a heel. If you don't want to wear a skirt all the time, wear a jean with a heel, or skirts and dresses more often, and put on some perfume and act feminine. I promise you will get the attention that you want, and you probably can gravitate the guy that will possibly make you a kept woman. Now, he might not look the way you want him to look. That's where you're being unrealistic. Okay, now some women cannot handle dating a guy they find that is unattractive just for his money. I perfectly understand that, because I'm a very visual woman, and most of the men I have dated, I'm gonna be honest with you, is because of how they looked and how they treated me. It started with how they look. I'm gonna be honest with you. I never was super, when I was younger, I really wasn't into the money thing, because I just wasn't, I don't know, my mind, I didn't know no better. I didn't know, because I thought that you could get a handsome guy that would treat you right and want to provide and protect. I was delusional as hell. That's what I thought. I was totally wrong. Okay, usually men provide and protect for a woman who they feel is exceptional in a way, and that usually means that she looks a lot better than him, and everything. So she has to be something that he feels that he can't just get normally. So yeah, that's what I have learned. I didn't know that back in the day. I didn't know that because I was raised in a household. My father provided and protected for my mom when they were together. They broke up, but when they were together, he did that. So I just assumed most men thought like that, but I was wrong. They're only trying to provide and protect for women who they feel is exceptional, and usually it's based upon how she looks and how she makes him feel. If he feels young and happy around her, and she's sexual and she's beautiful and all that, and then he will be more willing to provide and protect for her. So women, we have to focus on our beauty. I'm sorry, we have to focus on our beauty, keeping a pleasant feminine personality, and men are very visual. And so for these women that hate on another woman because she has something, I think that they want. I think these women want to be kept women, but they feel like they're not going to be able to because of how they look. And let's talk about the looks. Like I said, if a woman keeps her body in shape and wears makeup, style her hair in a way that makes her that complements her features, and she fix up, I promise you, she will have an easier time trying to find a guy who wouldn't mind providing protection for her. And look, every woman's not gonna get a millionaire. Okay, so let's just get that everybody's not going to get a millionaire. Okay, so you can try to go for one, that's fine, but if every single woman on the planet went for a millionaire, only the women he would pick would be the women who look better than you would have to beat out the other women physically. Okay, and there's a lot of women out here, so everybody's not gonna get a millionaire. Okay, I just want to clear that up too. But a guy with 6 figures who loves you, who adores you, and he's willing to provide and protect, and you can still live a decent lifestyle, middle class, I think that's okay. If that's what you can pull at this moment in your life, and I feel like too, a lot of women, they do not put effort in their appearance the way they need to, and women might say, well, men don't either. No, most people don't. But what I'm trying to explain to you, considering most men and women walk outside looking any kind of way and don't care how they look, all you gotta do is put some effort into your looks and you're gonna stand out immediately. And what does that mean? The men that are more prone to maybe want to provide and protect is going to gravitate towards you because you're standing out over the other women. And I want to reiterate too that going out by yourself fixed up, you're going to get a lot of attention that way, and men are going to feel more comfortable approaching you. Once again, if you're by yourself and fixed up, so go to a lot of different go out to eat, go to a place where you can be seen. So if you're out to eat at the bar, they can see you, or you're at a table, they can see you. Any place where they can see you. I mean, the movies is fine, but you're sitting in a dark theater. You want to go to a place where you can be seen, a festival, I don't know, just a place where people can see you and he can approach you. That's my suggestion. But be fixed up and be by yourself. Men don't like to approach a bunch of women. They want you alone, so in case you do reject them, everybody not around to see it. Okay, they feel more comfortable talking to you one-on-one in that way. But yeah, women hate on other. I have noticed that women who have had to work, most women have to work. Okay, it is what it is. But the women who are working currently, when they run into a woman who's a kept woman, they are jealous. They're so jealous. And this happened to me a couple times and I'm not currently a kept woman, but what happened was I had went to a dermatologist because I had a mole on my face that I wanted to remove. It wasn't really big. It was a small one, but I just wanted it gone. And I wanted to ask them what would be the procedure to remove it. So I went during a weekday. I took off work that day. And it was the summertime, so I had on a blue dress, and I didn't have on heels. I had on a blue dress. It was a simple dress, but it was really cute. And I had on some sandals, but it wasn't a heel. It was a flat sandal with a summer dress. Yes, it was above my knee, but it wasn't like super short or anything. And I had my little jewelry, but I didn't have on too much jewelry. When I say have on jewelry, don't have on too much. Have your earrings on, maybe a bracelet, whatever, but don't, go overboard. And, of course, signature makeup, earrings, all that. So I went in there. Now, when I went in there, it was nothing but women, white women that worked there. The lady at the front desk, she barely gave me eye contact. And then when the lady called me to the back, she kind of looked stunned. It was a white girl. Then when she walked me into the dermatologist room, a dermatologist came in. It was a white woman. She probably was maybe 40 years old. And she had a hair pulled back, looking basic or whatever. So I think I also paid cash. and to see her. And I remember that when she was talking to me, she said, so you took off work today? And she kind of turned her head like in a nasty fashion, almost like, you do work. The way she asked me the question was almost saying, you do work, don't you? And she didn't make eye contact with me. She just turned her head slightly. And I kind of laughed. I said, yeah, I took work off today. And she said, oh, okay. And then she said, she's like, yeah, I wish I could be out enjoying the day or whatever. And it made me mad because, I don't know if you all know, but, I have my bachelor's or whatever, but at one time I wanted to be a dermatologist, but I did not want to go to medical school. I could have went, but I'm glad I didn't, because I would have had so much student loan debt. It would have been ridiculous. And so that was my first time going to a dermatologist. So at the time I was excited to go because I wanted to meet another dermatologist, another woman. I wanted to kind of see how my life would have been had I went. And meeting her and seeing that she was basically hating on me because she thought that I didn't work because I came there looking cute, and I was paying, I paid with cash, and it was during a weekday. Like, I made the appointment like around 1 p.m. or something. She was hating on me because she was stuck in that building all day, and she probably wished that she was a kept woman. Mind you, I'm not a kept woman currently, and I wasn't then. Okay, I just took the day off from work to go there. I took a day off to enjoy myself and to check out that mole. That was it. And she just had a weird attitude. And then when she left out, the medical assistant came in and she said, she's like, did you want to come back and do, I think it's a biopsy or something they want to do with the mole. And I said, well, she didn't mention that to me. And then she said, let me ask her when she wants you to come back. The lady didn't now even want me to come back. She really did not want to service me at all. Because she thought I was a kept woman. I know too, I want to say real quickly, my father had put me on one of his, he has a bunch of bank accounts, but he had wanted me to have access to one of his accounts, his bank accounts. And so we don't have the same last name. And so I went into the bank and he told me what to do so I could have access to his account in case he needed me to get some money. I could do some stuff. And it was a white woman, and she was the banker, and she seemed to be annoyed because she probably could see what look at me and see how young I was, and me and him have a different name, and she could see his, the year he was born, and my dad is in his 70s, so she's like probably wondering like, is this like her sugar daddy or something? So I was like, oh, I didn't know his birthday. I was like, I just want to look, because I was looking at the paperwork, and I was like, damn, that's his. I know my dad's birthday, but I didn't know the year. Excuse me, I didn't know the year he was born. But I know his birthday, and so I was like, oh, that's the year he was born? I'm like, man. And then she was just looking at me, so she was like, so what do you have planned for the rest of the day? But the way she said it, it was a certain the way she asked me, she was hating, because once again, I was looking nice, and here I am in the bank around like 11, maybe like around 2 p.m. in the day while she's at work, and I'm basically being put on a savings account that had a lot of money in it. And the person's giving me access to their savings account, but she not knowing that that's my father and we're related because we have two different last names. So I'm like, oh, well, I'm looking for a job. I've been out looking for a job. And then she's like, oh, okay. And she didn't want to talk anymore. And so I noticed too with me, when I'm out and about and I'm fixed up, the women, if I go into a department store, because I was in Neiman Marcus one day, and this older white woman started talking to me, they think that I'll be honest with you all, I think they think when I'm out, I'm a sugar baby or something. They think I'm a kept woman because of the way I carry myself. I'm always wearing heels, makeup, my hair down, perfume and all that. So they think that I'm a kept woman, I think. And then if I'm out and about during the daytime, if I'm off that day and I'm out and about during the daytime or whatever, they think I'm just living a life, and so they start asking me a lot of questions. And then when they find out my life is no more glamorous than theirs, they don't want to talk to me no more. Okay, and so a lot of women are unhappy with their life, and they're sitting up there hating on kept women. But like I said, I guarantee you, those same women that's talking, I was about to curse, those same women that's talking trash about kept women wish they was one. They need to admit it and stop hating on another woman. Be happy that she got the life she wants. How about you want to get in the life that you want instead of you hate on another woman?